Welcome back to Rare US Coins, the channel where history and hidden treasures come alive. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and collectible American coins ever minted. The Liberty 1 cent. Collectors everywhere know this coin by many names: the classic large cent, the iconic copper beauty, the humble penny that helped build the American economy. But here's the incredible part: while it once bought a stick of candy, a single Liberty 1 cent can now be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. In fact, some rare examples have sold for a market value of around $779,333. Yes, you heard that right. That tiny copper coin could be worth nearly $800,000 today. The birth of the Liberty 1 cent. To understand why collectors pay so much, we need to step back in time. The very first large cents were struck in 1793, just a few short years after the United States Mint was founded. These early coins were pure copper, heavy in the hand, and each one was a small work of art. The Liberty design featured Lady Liberty herself, a symbol of freedom and the new American spirit. Through the years the design changed: flowing hair, draped bust, classic head, coronet head, each with its own story and mintage numbers. These details are what make collecting so exciting, because every slight change in design or die variety can mean a massive difference in value. Rarity and condition drive the price. Why do some Liberty 1 cents sell for pocket change while others fetch life-changing money? It all comes down to rarity and condition. Coins from the earliest years, especially 1793 and 1794 issues, were produced in limited numbers and many were lost or worn down in circulation. If you have a coin with crisp details, strong edges, and original surfaces, collectors will line up to pay a premium. Mint errors, like off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet flaws, can increase the value even more. Grading services such as PCGS and NGC play a huge role by certifying a coin's authenticity and condition, and a high grade can multiply the price dramatically. The journey through history. Imagine the stories these coins could tell. A Liberty 1 cent may have been in the pocket of a farmer during the early days of George Washington's presidency, or passed from hand to hand as pioneers moved westward. Each coin is a tangible piece of America's growth, surviving wars, economic changes, and centuries of handling. Collecting these cents is like holding a piece of living history. Current market value in 2025. Now let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets exciting. As of 2025, top auction houses and private sales report record-breaking prices for the rarest Liberty 1 cents. Some unique varieties and pristine specimens have reached the staggering market value of about $779,333. Even more common dates in well-preserved condition can sell for thousands of dollars. If you discover one in an old family collection or hidden in a box of estate coins, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Tips for collectors. If you are thinking of collecting or selling, here are some quick tips. First, never clean an old coin, it can destroy its value. Second, always have your coin evaluated by a reputable dealer or professional grading service. Third, learn about die varieties and mintage numbers. Knowledge is power in the world of numismatics. Keep your coins in proper holders and away from moisture to preserve their condition for future generations. Why the Liberty 1 cent will always be special. What makes the Liberty 1 cent so beloved is not just its potential value but its timeless design and connection to America's beginnings. From the bold flowing hair to the refined coronet head, every variation reflects the artistic and political climate of its era. It's a coin that continues to inspire collectors and historians alike. Closing call to action. So the next time you come across an old copper penny, take a closer look. It might just be a Liberty 1 cent worth far more than you imagine, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Share this video with fellow collectors and history lovers, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into rare coins, hidden treasures, and incredible finds. This is Rare US Coins. Today we are diving deep into the story of the Liberty 1 cent coin, a true icon of American numismatic history. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a curious beginner, or simply someone who loves hearing about pieces of the past that have stood the test of time, this episode will take you on a journey through more than a century of American coinage and reveal why certain Liberty 1-cent coins from the 1983 era and earlier can still hold impressive value on today's market. So stay with me, because you might be holding a fortune without even knowing it. The Liberty 1-cent coin has roots reaching back to the early days of the United States Mint, with designs that proudly showcased Lady Liberty as a symbol of freedom and national pride. Through the years, the cent has undergone many transformations, from the flowing hair and draped bust cents of the late 1700s to the classic large cents of the early 1800s. Each redesign captured the spirit of its time, making these coins not just currency but miniature works of art. By the mid-19th century, the familiar smaller 1-cent size emerged, eventually leading to the Lincoln cent we know today. But hidden within this long lineage are varieties and errors that excite collectors and drive up prices at auctions. Now let's talk about 1983, a year that stands out for a very special reason. In that year, the United States Mint fully transitioned from the traditional bronze composition to a copper-plated zinc planchet, and that switch opened the door to some spectacular and valuable mistakes. Some 1983 Liberty, or more precisely Lincoln, cents were accidentally struck on the older heavy copper planchets. These rare copper 1983 cents weigh about 3.1 grams instead of the normal 2.5 grams. If you happen to find one of these in uncirculated or near-perfect condition, you could be looking at a coin worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars depending on its grade and the collector demand at the time of sale. Collectors love to hunt for that telltale weight difference. A simple digital scale can help you identify whether you have a copper planchet coin or a regular zinc cent. Beyond weight, look for sharp details, strong strikes, and that classic red luster which can significantly boost the grade and value. Auction records show pristine examples bringing jaw-dropping prices, with some pieces surpassing tens of thousands of dollars when authenticated by a top grading service. As of the current market climate, standard 1983 Lincoln cents in circulated condition generally trade for just a few cents. But the rare copper errors and certain double-die varieties can skyrocket in value. Recent sales have seen exceptional examples command well over five-figure sums. While a market figure like $779,000 and more might sound like a dream, top-quality specimens paired with strong collector demand can indeed bring extraordinary results at major auctions. The precise price depends on factors like grade, mint mark, and rarity, but it is no exaggeration to say that a once ordinary penny could become a small fortune if it has the right characteristics. The key to spotting these treasures is knowledge and careful examination. Always handle your coins gently, preferably wearing cotton gloves, and avoid cleaning them because cleaning can permanently lower the grade and reduce the value. If you suspect you have a rare coin, consider submitting it to a professional grading service such as PCGS or NGC for authentication and encapsulation. Certified coins not only gain credibility in the marketplace but also typically fetch higher prices when it is time to sell. Collectors today are drawn to the Liberty and Lincoln cents not only for their potential monetary value but also for the story they tell about American history. Each coin is a tiny time capsule. From the symbolism of Lady Liberty to the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln, these coins have witnessed wars, technological revolutions, and countless personal stories. Owning one connects you to the people who spent, saved, and cherished these coins generations before you. So if you are searching through your pocket change or inherited a jar of old coins, pay special attention to the 1983 cents and any Liberty 1-cent coins you come across. Look for those heavier weights, inspect for unique mint errors, and don't underestimate the power of a well-preserved piece. You never know when a penny might truly be worth a fortune. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins. Today we are diving deep into a coin that looks like an ordinary penny but could actually be worth hundreds of dollars. Yes, we are talking about the 2003 Lincoln cent, market value an astonishing $585.33. That is a single cent transformed into serious cash. So stay tuned because I will show you exactly what makes this tiny copper-colored coin so special and how you can find one hiding in your change. The discovery. Imagine this: you are at a grocery store, you get your change back and you barely glance at the pennies, but one of them is a 2003 Denver Mint Lincoln cent with a rare condition or error. That humble coin could be a small treasure right in the palm of your hand. This is what drives coin collectors wild: the the thrill of a hidden gem waiting to be discovered in everyday pocket change. Background of the 2003 penny. The Lincoln cent has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1909. The 2003 penny was struck at the Denver Mint. Identified by the small d beneath the year on the front, most of these coins are worth only face value, but a handful left the mint with unique qualities, flawless strikes, deep mirror-like finishes, or mint errors that make collectors open their wallets wide. What makes it valuable? So why is one single 2003 penny selling for around $585.33? It comes down to condition and rarity. Coins graded as mint state or MS68 and above by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are almost perfect. They have sharp details, full luster, and virtually no scratches. Combine that with a low survival rate of pristine examples and you have a recipe for big value. Error varieties, such as double dies, strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchet, can push the price even higher. How to spot a valuable one when you examine your pennies? Here are a few key things to check. Mint mark. Look for the letter D below the date to confirm it's from Den. A brilliant red copper shine indicates little or no circulation. Surface quality. Under a magnifier, search for doubled letters, missing details, or unusual patterns. Professional grading. If you believe you have a top-quality coin, consider sending it to a reputable grading service. A certified grade dramatically increases buyer confidence and market value. Current market trends. Coin collecting is experiencing a strong resurgence. Collectors love Lincoln cents because they are accessible yet full of surprises. A high-grade 2003 penny has recently fetched hundreds of dollars at auctions, and rare errors can spark bidding wars. Prices fluctuate with demand and precious metal markets, but the upward trend for pristine examples is clear. Tips for collectors and beginners: always handle coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints. Store them in acid-free holders or coin flips to protect the surface. Keep an updated price guide or use online auction results to track market changes. Network with local coin clubs or online forums to learn from experienced collectors. Closing call to action. So next time you receive change, don't overlook those pennies. That small 2003 cent might be the gateway to an exciting hobby, or a quick payday of nearly $600. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare US coins, hit that like button, share this video with fellow treasure hunters, and subscribe to Rare US Coin.